kids, here's another story. When I was in second grade, I went to a parochial school, church school, and it was way far away. And so my parents paid this lady to, this lady had this thing where she had a station wagon and she'd pick up kids from various parts of town and drive them to the school, so that's what she would get paid for doing that. My parents paid her for doing that because they couldn't or wouldn't drive me all the way to the school. So every day, second grade, I had a bunch of these other kids in the station wagon. We all drove to school. Well, there was this one little girl, and I can't remember her name now. I think her name was Ann. And she had like blonde hair, something like that. She always smelled like carrots when she got in the car. I don't know why, but she had blonde or red hair or something like that. So one day she gets in the car and she starts yammering about how she's as tough as, now remember, we're all second graders or thereabouts. She starts talking about how she's as tough as a boy and she can take it, and she's, you know, yada yada yada. I'm like, you're full of it. There's no way a boy could take you. She says, no, he couldn't, I'm tough, I'm yada 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 yada. She just keeps yammering on about this. I'm like, no, wrong, wrong. So she just, you know, the whole time there, she's going on about this and going on about it. She won't shut up about it. So we get to school, and it's before school, and she keeps yammering about this, and I said, look, if you don't shut up, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove you're not as tough as a boy. She said, go ahead, I'm tough. So I hauled off and hit her. And she went crying, you know. I'm like, okay, see, I won. Nah. So, and I was perfectly satisfied with the whole thing. That was, you know, nothing to me. And I went ahead and went to class, and I didn't think anything of it. You know, she was yammering, and she wouldn't shut up, and I hit her, which is what she encouraged me to do. And so I honestly didn't think anything of it. It was done in my mind. Up until the principal came to my class. And his name was Mr. Vermillion. And he took me to the office and he said, did you hit this little girl this morning? And I said, yeah. And I said, she was going on about, you know, how she was as tough as a boy, and she's not, because she's a girl, and she's not. And so, and she wouldn't quit, and I told her if she didn't quit, that I was going to hit her, and she's kept talking, and so I hit her. And so, there you go. He's like, no. You don't hit girls. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not fair. Wait. She encouraged me. She was going on about she's tough as a boy, and she's not. And I can't, wait a minute, I can't hit her? No, she's a girl. Can't hit her. No matter what? Nope, can't hit her. She's a girl. Oh man, that sucks. And then he says, now, bend over. This was back in the days, way back in the days when the principal could do that. The principal could spank you, and he did. And I'm sure I had to take a note home to my parents. My parents didn't do anything because he'd already done it. I don't know that if they would have spanked me for it, but they would have had a stern talking to me about it. After he did what he did, there was no point in them really getting into it too much. They backed him. They said, no, you can't hit girls. So after that, I never hit girls. I never hit a girl again, except, you know, play fighting with my wife or whatever. But other than that, so that's the time I hit a girl. And I honestly did up until that point. I had no idea you couldn't hit girls. I didn't know. I was, 7 years old. What did I know? Why not? Why can't you hit girls? Apparently not. I don't know. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.